Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the ezviz smart home battery camera and solar panel kit, and what I want to do today is to show you around the product, basically get it unboxed, get it all set up, give you a full demonstration of it and see how good it is. Just before we start, all I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel, just give us a quick thumbs up. What I do is I talk about household appliances, there's normally a bit of tech in there like this as well, so just give us a quick subscribe, I'd really appreciate that, and I'll make a start. So I have set up different security systems and CCTV systems over the years, but the majority of them all need hardwiring. You have to run cables around the house, so there's quite a lot. It's quite intensive on what you need to do to get everything set up. So I'm really looking forward to this, the idea of having a camera outside. What I'm going to do is I want a camera towards the front of the property to cover the area around the front. I've not quite decided where I'm going to put it yet. But I suppose the idea of having this solar panel as well, that just means you don't have to run power down to it because it's quite a long distance. But I think really what I need to do at the moment is let's get it all unboxed and see what we've got. So let's have a look. I know it doesn't mean a huge amount, but I must say that I'm really impressed with the packaging on this. It's very well laid out, it's quite descriptive on the side. So if this was in a store, then it's certainly one that I would look at purchasing. So let's see what we've got. Oh, that's just the packaging. So we've got the solar panel here. And oh, there's another box. I must say the packaging is very good, so it's very well packaged for transit. So there we are, there's the little solar panel with the cable. So and then we've got the mounting bracket, so clearly you're going to need to mount that somewhere. And there we go. So we've got a quick start guide that looks pretty comprehensive. I think that's it for that box, and then of course you need the camera as well. I must say this is very nice, and as I mentioned earlier, and I know the packaging doesn't make a huge difference to the end product, but it just inspires you with confidence when if the manufacturers put time and effort to produce really nice packaging, it's a nice thick cardboard box. Then it just gives you a little bit more confidence when to know that you purchased a good quality product. So here we go, here's the camera itself. If I can get into it. There we go. So that's the camera. Just take that little label off the front. Well, I'll tell you what, let me just leave it on for now, just until I start to get it all set up. So there we are, that's the camera. And let's see what we've got in here. So these are going to be, so we've got a USB lead, and of course we're going to need the mounting brackets for the camera as well. I've got a plug there. So that's the other part of the mounting bracket. So I think really what I want to do now is to get everything out of the way, get all the cardboard and then packaging to the side. What I've done now is I've just opened up the quick start guide. I must admit, I like the look of this because it doesn't look like there's a huge amount to do to get this set up. Some systems are quite complicated to get set up, and I must admit it can be a little bit off-putting. But I'm looking at the English section at the moment. And all you need to do is just get your smartphone or tablet and just scan the QR code on here. And what you want to do is to download the ezviz app on your phone or tablet. I must admit I have done that, so I've just got that done, and that's all gone very smoothly. But really what I need to do now is I need to connect the app up to the camera itself. And if we go to devices, and then we need to add device. So let's see, so Ezviz as a company, and I have had a look beforehand, they do a really good range of different security systems. As you can see here, what we need to do is to select the device to add, but you've got a range of things like cameras, door viewers, video doorbells, NVRs and DVRs and smart bulbs. So there's a big range that they do, but at the moment I'm going to select the camera because that's what I want to connect to the app. So first of all, what we need to do is just power the camera on. You just got the on and off button there.
Device powered on.
Okay.
Welcome to ezviz.
Oh, that's great. Oh yeah, I like that. So anyway, so you've got the QR code just on the front here. So what I want to do is to get the QR code, and let's just adding the device. That was very quick. So device is powered on. Next, so now we just need to connect it up to the Wi-Fi network. So next it's just saying to initialize the device. So all I'm going to do here is to put in my Wi-Fi passcode. So you will notice that the little blue light is flashing at the front there. Hopefully you can see that. Now it's found the device. That's only taken a moment. We'll just connect up to that. This is pretty standard practice. Just connecting everything up, so this is nothing new. Connection successful. So that looks like it's pretty much done. And then what you can do is you can just select whereabouts it is. Because I suppose what you can do is you can have several of these cameras around. So for me, let's pop it, let's say we'll have it in the garden. And next, so this is just configuring at the moment.
Configuration complete.
Oh,
welcome to ezviz.
That's it. So everything's pretty much set up. So I think what we need to do now is I need to have a look at the solar panel and see how that works. So the next option on here is you've got the working mode. So this is what you want the camera to do as far as the recording. So the top one is the record mode. So that will keep recording, but it is recommended to please keep the camera plugged in. Oh, that's just saying it's humans detected. That's because I've got the camera near me. That's quite interesting actually. Then we've got performance mode. So that's saying that one video clip is longer but saves less power. The next one, which is highlighted, is the power saving mode. And that's just saying that so one video clip is shorter and saves more power. Super power saving, so sleep mode is on, active live view can wake up the camera, and then configure working mode. So then you've got different options if we were to select that. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep it on power saving mode. Let's just see what that's going to do. But as I say, really at the moment, I need to go and have a look outside and start to, I suppose, really decide where I want the camera, and then I've got some measurements as to what to set up within the app. So I've just come outside now. I do apologise first of all if it is quite noisy. I've got a main road right next to me, so if you struggle to hear me, then I do apologise for that. But what I want to do is I'm just looking for locations for the camera to be set up. I suppose what I want to do is I want to try and cover the front of the property. If I just turn the camera around, just to give you an idea. So this is really what I wanted to try and do, just try and get the cars in. It'd be really nice to be able to view those, just for, I suppose, security reasons, also just to see who's entering the property. But what I want to do is, I was thinking probably on the front here or around the corner of this shed. I'll be honest, there's not really space for it up in the top corner. What I do really like is the colour of it. Because it's a light grey and black, then to be honest it blends in with everything else, especially over here. That's really good. But what I think I am going to do is I've found a fence post over on the side there. I don't really want it to be too visible. I know with the solar panel, that's white on the back, but it is black on the front, so it's not too visible. But really the first thing to do is to find your location for the camera, and then you look for the location of the solar panel around it. As far as the mounting brackets for the camera, you do get two that come within the box. The first one is this, so it's basically a ball joint that screws on, just screws into the back of the camera. So that's okay. I suppose that's a little bit more of a traditional type of mounting bracket. The other one is this, which is really big. I'll just show you that. So the idea is that you screw that onto wherever you want to, and I've decided I'm going to use this one. But the idea is that it's magnetic, so that the camera just sticks to it like that, and you just rotate the camera as you want. So I love that. I think that's a brilliant idea. So I think what I'm going to do is, and it might be a case of trial and error. I might sort of put it up, see how it is. Once it's all set up, see the location of it, just to make sure I can cover the front of the property. And if you do need to move it, the advantage is that it's only 2 screws, because all you do is let's just unscrew that to show you. So it's that part that I'm going to screw onto the fence post to start with, and then once you've screwed that on, then with this you just screw that on. Let's get that in place. I don't want to cross thread it. That's it. So just screw that on, and then that's it. So dead easy. So let's get this screwed in and then see how we get on. What I've done is I've screwed the mounting bracket onto the corner of the fence post, and as far as mounting the camera onto that, all you need to do is just locate it on there. So dead easy. And the beauty of this, I mean, at the moment I don't really know the best angle for it. I might find after having it there it might not be quite right. So, but the advantage is you can just move it a little bit. That's a case of the tweaking when it's all in place. But what I want to do now is to put the solar panel up. So with the solar panel, the idea is that this keeps it charged, so you don't have to worry about running a mains cable to it or Ethernet cable to power it. That's something that I'm really excited to find out, see how this all works. But I suppose the idea of this is it does need to be pretty close to the camera. You do get a good length of lead. You're looking around, it's around 4 meters of cable, so as long as it's within that location, then that should be okay. What I do need to consider about the location of the solar panel is that I have got quite a few trees here, so I don't want it to be too shaded, and plus I'd prefer that side to be facing the road because it's a lot less obvious compared to the back, which is white. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to sort of move it along a bit so it's not quite that obvious. It's just out of the shade of the trees. This is the mounting bracket that comes with the solar panel. That's quite a nice sturdy one. So the idea is that you just got the 3 screws. I should have mentioned earlier that you do actually get the screws with it. I've got the packet, so you get a couple of packs. So you have got some 2 of these packs. You've got 3 roll plugs in each, and then you get the screws included. Clearly I'm just screwing into wood at the moment, so I don't need the roll plugs, but at least the screws are included. And also, just in my pocket of goodies, you do get a mounting sticker, so that's included for putting up the solar panel as well. Sometimes for me, screwing into wood is not really an issue, so using the mounting sticker is not too important for me. But if you're going to go into brick, so if you're doing it on the side of a wall, then having the mounting sticker just helps a little bit. So I've put the screws into there. As you can see, I've got the mounting bracket just on the corner of the fence post. Again, I can tweak it if I need to. It's just a minute job to move it. I might find that because of the shading from the trees, especially during summer, if you've got a load of leaves on the trees, then it might not charge as I want to. But because the battery life on the camera is so good, then it might not be an issue. But as far as you've got the little part, the end of the mounting bracket, and all that will do is that's just going to screw into the solar panel, and then just give it a little tweak just to tighten up, and then all I'll do is I will just go and attach that onto the mounting bracket itself, and then once you screw that in place, all you need to do then is just to undo the cable and link the 2 up. I'll just take this off, it just makes it a little bit easier. Because of the cable I can show you this. So all you need to do is to have a look underneath, pop it in my pocket, and all you need to do is just connect the two together. That's it. So the only thing you need to do is to make sure that it is upright, so you've got the cable underneath. I know it sounds pretty obvious, but clearly you don't want it mounting sideways. So just have a look, and you've got the writing on the side. That shows ezviz just on the side there. And then really all we need to do is pop that back on the mount. And in theory, we're ready to go. Clearly what I can do is I can tidy all this up. I've got the cable tie that I just popped in my pocket. So what I want to do is just to get this smartened up a little bit. Just get the cable. I'm just going to take it behind the solar panel, just so it's not quite as obvious. But I must say, the setup process so far really easy. I'm very impressed. So what I've done now is I've just tidied the cable in up a little bit. I've just tucked it behind the fence. It's not really a permanent thing. I suppose once I've finished all the recording, I've done it properly, then I'll make sure it's all nice and neat. But I've tried to do it so you can't see it from the road, and hopefully on the right hand side here, the solar panel. I know you can see it quite obvious because you're looking at it, but from the front you can't see it at all, especially with this bush in the way. So now that's all set up, and I can see that the power is on there because I've got a little blue flashing light on the front of the camera, and that means that there's power going to it, which means the solar panel is working and it's helping to keep the camera charged, which is brilliant. So that means that I don't have to run a cable running back to the house, so that's always a really good thing. Especially, I mean, from here to the front of my house it's probably sort of 20-30 feet, so that would be quite a pain having to run a mains lead or a cable coming down there. But what I've got now is I've got the next option of the setup. So this is something called the debugging, and what this will do, as you can see here, you can set the sensitivity depending on the distance that you want it to detect somebody. So I think we just need to start the debugging on here. So that setup succeeded. So the debugging setup was really easy, and all I needed to do was just to walk within the view of the camera. So just walk along slowly, and you can set the different sensitivity level. Put my teeth back in. So that was quite easy to do. And once I'd walked to the very edge, then it did a loud beep. I didn't actually record that, but that's all done now, so that's all set up. But what I'll do, I'm actually going to go back inside because out here it's freezing cold. So I want to have a look at some of the features that we can do with the app. So I've come in to warm up now. Got myself a brew, so I'm happy chappy. But now we've done that, now we've got everything set up, we can start to have a look at the app and see what everything does. So first of all, just a first quick glance. You've got the view of the front of the property. If I turn it sideways, then you'll get the full view of it. Just try not to get the glare from the windows. I must say, I'm really impressed with the quality on that. It's something that I have tried other camera systems, and I must say it wasn't half as clear as that. So this is the live view at the moment. I know what I can do is I could move it over a little bit, or I perhaps just need to trim the bush down one of the sides just to make sure it's not going to encroach on the camera. But you've got the option if you want to zoom in on a certain area. So if you needed to zoom into say for example the front gate, then I've got the option to do that. So that's really good. So there are different methods of storage of the videos. I suppose for a lot of people you want to store them on the cloud-based system. So ezviz have got their own subscription where you can actually, so you subscribe and you get a lot of storage and a lot of information that you can store rather than keeping it actually within the camera. For the purpose of this video, I've actually stored it on an SD card, which is another option. And I must say, I'm quite impressed with this. What it will do is it will detect when a human has walked past. So what it does is it actually notifies me on my phone, because what I want to do is I want to be notified if somebody walks up the drive. So it will make a noise and it will actually tell me that somebody's walked up the drive, which is an ideal situation for me. And then what it does is it gives the option to look at all of these incidents where people have walked past. So this is just one that's me just walking up there a moment ago. And then if I just turn this sideways, I've just paused it just to show you the quality on here. Now the phone screen I've got isn't too bad, and it probably doesn't give a true reflection of it. And it gives you the option there, once I've paused it, I can actually take a snapshot. So if you had got an incident at home where you needed to save some of the footage, and if you've got somebody's face on there, then it gives you the option to say take a snapshot from here, and then if you wanted to use it afterwards, then you've got it stored. So just under the pause video that I got at the top here, that I just showed you a moment ago, there are quite a few other clips that have been recorded, and I suppose over time you'll get quite a lot of footage on there. But I really like this, just the way it archives and it's saving the files. You just got the timestamp down the left hand side of the screen here. So as far as finding, if you wanted to find, say, a certain piece of footage, it just makes life a little bit easier. The other way it shows you is it will actually show you when, they call it human detected. So it's got all these little images of me walking past the camera, and it gives you the time on here as well. And at the top here, it's got the dates. Clearly this is the main day that I've started to get it all set up. So this is the main day. But again, it just makes it a lot easier. If you need to go back, and if you needed to find something from a while ago, then just search for the day, press the button on the day, and then you can just have a look down at the different files. As far as the settings, there's a huge amount you can do within the app. What you do need to do is you do need to disarm the camera to start with. That's quite easy from the main menu. But once you've done that, then you've got the different working mode, as they call it. This is in the power saving mode. I've got it on the intelligent detection, because at the moment I only want it to start to record something if somebody walks past. So that's why I get the notification of the human detection, as they call it. And it can also notify you. So you've got the audible notification, which I think is a really good idea, especially if you need to know when somebody arrives. But there's a lot of other settings that you've got in here, things like the cloud storage, recording list, also the network it's set up on. But as I say, I'd really recommend, once you get this, assuming you decide to buy it, then just have a look through all the menus, because there's a lot of setup that you can do. You don't have to. The way it's all set up, I think is pretty good anyway. A lot of it I've left as the default settings, but I've tried to have a look through the menus to see if there are any better options for me. But what I want to do now, I've done a bit of recording while it's light. I know it's freezing cold out there at the moment. It's sort of early December. But what I want to do is I want to leave it till it gets dark, and then I want to see what it's like in the night vision, because I think a lot of the time the whole recording during the day, the pitch quality is well, I've been really impressed so far, but really what I want to do is see how good it is at night now. So what I've done here, this is just showing you one of the night vision modes. I'll be honest, the internet here is not very good, that's why it's looking a little bit glitchy, but just really showing you that the quality of it. You can see somebody walking down the path at the moment. So bear in mind, this is actually pitch black at the moment. So I just want to do a couple of tests on the camera. First of all, I want to run past it really quickly just to see if it detects me, because clearly it's got the human detection. That's what it comes up with on my phone. So I just want to go and run past it, or well, run as fast as I can. I'm in my early 40s now, so it's not going to be that quick. But that's something I just want to go and try now. So hopefully you saw that. I know it looks a little bit laggy on here. Unfortunately, the internet here at home is very, very poor. So I have found that when you're streaming some of the recording back, it's not that clear. Not really because of the camera or the recording. It's because of the as I say, the internet here. And that's me running back. So I'm really impressed with that. Because that was me running, well, as quick as I could, but I'm glad that's picked that up. So I suppose one of the other tests I want to do, clearly the camera, because it's outside, it's going to be waterproof. It's an IP66 rated camera, which means that it's okay under showers. I thought I'd take it a little bit further, so I'm going to go and get my hose pipe now, and I'm going to spray the camera, and I'm going to spray the solar panel kit as well, get everything completely soaking wet, because I want to make sure that it is fully waterproof. So as you can see there, I gave it quite a good soak in. I do apologise if it appeared a little bit laggy. Again, that's just down to the internet that we've got here. But even after I gave it a really good soak in, I held that on for a minute or so and didn't bat an eyelid, still working fine. Now, something I'm not quite sure if I made it clear earlier, but the SD card is actually built into the camera. It doesn't use the SD card on your phone. It's actually built into the camera. You don't even need to buy one, which is really good. It's 32 gig capacity. I hope you enjoyed this video on the ezviz camera and solar panel kit. If you are thinking about buying one of these, then I've provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. All I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up, click subscribe and leave any comments below on the video. I do always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video. I know there's a huge amount I could do with this. Clearly being a camera system, I've tried a couple of different scenarios, and I must say I'm really impressed with it. I've really enjoyed making this video. But anyway, thanks for watching.